only dual carriageways out of the 35,000 kilometers should be eligible for tolling by the federal government. Tolls are not going to start tomorrow, so let's just be clear about that. But the big step to actual tolling was taken today by presenting for approval the broad policy that will guide the tolling, so that local people, states, local governments, all those who manage roads, investors who want to come in, will know what our tolling policy is. And that will form the basis of their financial modeling, their investment decision. Now, when will they start? First of all, they will not start on, the tolls will not start until the roads are motorable. So let's just be clear about those. There will be agreements that have to be in place, negotiated with government through the Ministry of Works and the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. We will adopt an open tolling policy as distinct from a closed tolling policy. The difference is that on the open tolling policy, which is what we were used to before, you pay toll at a barrier over a fixed or predetermined distance. The closed toll systems means that you will pay tolls over the distance you travel and the size of your vehicle. We haven't operated that before, so we are going back to what we know. We also approve that consultations must be done, willingness to pay surveys must be done before specific roads are tolled. We also presented and council approved that only dual carriageways out of the 35,000 kilometers should be eligible for tolling by the federal government. And the dual carriageways represent only 5,050 kilometers out of 35,000 kilometers. So the total network of roads today, assuming we wanted to start today, which we are not, that will be eligible for tolling on the federal road network will be 14.3% of the total network. So 85.27% will not be eligible for tolling. We have seen that most of those dual carriageways also have alternative roads, but they are single carriageways. That's why we've left them. So the only exception to single carriageway are some bridges, and they are listed in the regulations. We also got approval that the tolls will be used to maintain the roads, to construct new roads as they accrue, and also to pay the investors who invest in building or completing a road and then take a concession on it. Those are the uses. We will also be going through a process of largely electronic toll collection and management system for audit and transparency. We will still have some cash at the very minimum and hopefully phase that out as we go ahead. We have proposed and council has approved that certain types of vehicles be exempted from paying tolls. Those are bicycles, pedal cycles, tricycles, motorcycles, and other modes of 2- or 3-wheeled transport used mainly by disadvantaged members of our community. They will be entitled to a fully 100% exemption, as will be diplomatic vehicles and military and paramilitary vehicles. We conceive this as a national policy, and that's why we are making just very general framework so that states can also decide, subject to their local laws, and local governments, subject to their local laws, can do their own tollings based on all of these considerations as a broad framework. People who live around toll plaza areas will benefit from what we call frequent user discounts, so that because they will be mostly impacted, unlike people who just pass once in a while. And this is global best practice around the world. And then we got a start-off tool. We've classified vehicles into 5 categories: the cars, the SUVs, and the jeeps as a second category, private bus and commercial bus and third and fourth categories, and then luxury buses and trucks as a 5th category. So the start-off tools that we have for financial modeling and investment decision making: cars will pay 200 naira, SUVs and jeeps will pay 300, private bus will pay 300, commercial buses will pay 150, luxury buses and trucks will pay 500.